Yes, man, class. Class feel like class this morning. Ready, active, and ready to go. Good morning, nations. One love. 777. Good to see you, my darling. Good morning, Patsy 876. Good morning, Sharon Thompson. And good morning, Tisha Lloyd. Everybody who I may have overlooked. You know, the comments I go up so fast I can't call out everybody. But to all the 225 that are here locked in, I say welcome and a very pleasant good morning. If you're just joining, don't forget, today is not the big day. Tomorrow is that special day that I'm looking forward. I see persons messaging me asking, Jaya, today? No, it's the 26th. It's tomorrow, Friday, the last Friday in June, where we will look to raise some funds. You know, we're heading to YouTube. But don't feel like I'm abandoning TikTok. No, I will have the TikTok running concurrently with YouTube. Just that is going to get a little better because the camera will be on me. And I will have my nice background and my lighting and all of the good stuff. So class is going to be more entertaining, more energetic. And I am telling you, I am looking forward. Good morning, Fergie. Good morning, Garrett. Good morning, Elaine. Good morning, Red Rose. Good morning, Laura Wheatley. Jamaica, Ticombs. Big up yourself. Pacha Gray, good morning. Jamaica. Courtney. Charlene MC. If I follow everybody this morning and call you know, out, me now go start the class, you know. So I welcome you this morning in Jesus' name. No other greater welcome there is. Only God knows, big up yourself. Only God knows I'm looking for your support tomorrow, you know. Yes, man, tomorrow I'm looking some support. I have a target I need to make and reach. So no care how small it is, tomorrow at 10 o'clock, all road leads right here. So, yeah, man, we're heading over YouTube. It's full time now. I answer the call. Everybody are complaining. Dre, the class, them too nice and through me their work. We can't rewatch it because, you know. So I'm heading to YouTube as well, where persons can rewatch the show in case they miss the morning program. So, we're gonna raise some money. I need that special laptop where I can restream and have that software to do all that I need to do. So I'm looking forward to the support, everybody, tomorrow. All right? Now let's jump into class. And we have some pressing issues that it's mind-bothering. Frankie, big up yourself, sir. Psalm 35, welcome. Can anybody give me the first line of Psalm 35? Can anybody just comment the first line or the first verse of Psalm 35? Let's bless the platform this morning. Psalm 35. I wonder which bright students can remind us what Psalm 35 says. Mighty God. Thank you, Avina. Thank you, Momo. Please my cause, oh Lord. That is it. That is it. League of my own, say the Lord is my light and my salvation. I saw it go. Let me tell you something. You can know the people who will grow good, you know. You can know them and those who would have grown with the Lord. Thank you, Chin. Yeah, man, may I head over there in Jesus' name. Now, Jamaica, let's head right into it. Some hot topics that I want to look about this morning is, of course, what is happening within the Police Federation. Yes, I want to speak a little on West Central St. Andrew. We're getting some rather interesting development coming out of the Prime Minister's constituency. Equally, we want to find out what is taking place at the University Hospital of the West Indies, and the outgoing minister who has the responsibility for now for health. And of course, we would love to speak some more about the TCN, the third country nationals, and the debacle that we are having with Washington. And to wrap up things, or I'm not going to wrap up things, I'm starting right there this morning, where the Ministry of Education, Jesus my rock, how funny. Somebody tell me what me say now, because I remember what me say funny. Jesus is my rock, share the joke now. Share the joke, my friend. Jesus my rock. I don't know what me say that was funny. Comment and tell me what me say funny, please. I want sharing the joys. Momo said, Drea said Mary the first set. What make you think so, Momo? What make you say I said Mary the first set of them I come hide out? Well, make we see now. The first set of them. Me say, come here and I have the nice gift them. Watch all that pretty. That are not duck, that look like one swan. No, man, that duck, that look good. It look good. Thank you, Kamiana. One thing with Kamina, Kamina left me side. Kami, girl, tomorrow I'm a big day, so you know it go, darling. Everybody no care how it go. Save up the $5 and the $10 and the $20 and come support me tomorrow. Because I know take time bill the platform and I owe it to each and every one. Good morning, my head boy. Good morning, Howard. Big up yourself, sir. Jamaica, I saw the Minister of Education, Dr. Dana Dixon, came out and she made reference to our students who would have done so well at the PEP exam level. And for those older folks, want to call it back in the days common entrance. Not true. And then after the common entrance now, we step up. Watch that. Big up yourself, Howard. Thank you, my head boy. Boy, me I telling you, say, them give you a pretty man. Thank you. Jamaica PNP is asking if Andrew removed Wheatley yet. We are in the 9th day, Jamaica PNP, and the man is still in the cabinet. But we're going to touch this, so don't worry yourself, we're touching there. Big up yourself, my head boy. Lord Jesus. Me son just unleash the pretty gift them, One more me want to reach my life goal, Parachute, big up yourself. I wonder if anybody can lit up the life goal with the one and final swan that I need. But anyway, Jamaica, Dr. Dana Dixon came out and she spoke about the PEP exams. And for those individuals, yes, who are aware, PEP exam is the nowadays. Boom! I achieved. It's who did that a while ago? Lord Jesus, T-Play has entered the chat. Good morning, T-Play. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget, tomorrow is my big day, people. I'm looking for the support tomorrow, the last Friday of June, the 26th. We're heading over to the YouTube and we're going to raise some money right here tomorrow. And I believe I can reach my target. So I'm looking forward for the love and the support. All right, thank you, Carol G. Carol G, big up yourself every time. Thank you for that. Now, when I look and I see that Dana Dixon praise our students at the PEP exam level, and it is so awesome that our students did well despite the hurricane. So the older folks would have accustomed to the common entrance, and then in my era, I would have done the GSAT. Yes, me not so old, But the nowadays children, them are millennials, yeah. It is now what they call the PEP exam. Boy, me I tell you, so the gift them, on a nice with the pretty gift them, man. God bless you, I want God continue to bless you, so that you can continue to bless me. It's a trickle-down effect, That is how it works over here when God is in the midst. God bless Uno so that in return you all can bless me. I am so grateful for those who support the Drebrian Show. Tikums is asking, someone is asking for your Zelle. Tikums, my Zelle is on my profile. So if you just, when you get the chance, go on my page, the TikTok page, you will see my Zelle, my Cash App, my Scotia. All the details are there ahead of time. So anybody wants to contribute, just go on my profile, my TikTok profile, and you will see it right there in my bio. Whatever you choose to use, whichever of the platform, the Zelle, the Cash App, or the Scotia, just send a screenshot when you do so. All right? So Jamaica, big up yourself, Psalms 35 for the donuts, and to all the gifters, God bless you. Morning, Paula Sadler. Morning, East Rural, St. Andrew. As I was saying, Jamaica, you know, so no distracting. I love when you so tell you know all that distract me in the good way. Morning, Ray G, big up yourself. No. When I look and I see that Kamiana, hear me about Kamiana? Dana Dixon came out and praised. Is another gift that reach already, Is another goal reach already, Lord, the comrades, them a treat me so nice. Big up on yourself. Love is real over here. Oh, they notice how the environment, what they want to say about TikTok and how TikTok energy drain. Oh, they realize upon this Drebrian platform, this is where love and peace abounds, We not deal with the passive over here, so it's upliftment and positivity and education. Right here, so people are gather morning and the daily to just get them daily life started on the go. Watch your man. Look how God good. Lord, I feel so loved this morning. I feel so loved. Thank you, Kerry Bless. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Downside Hustle Grandma. Abina, big up on yourself. Paula, big up yourself. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, everybody. Now, students. Oh, no, but I don't know to no money per Monday, Remember, said tomorrow is Friday. The students, them when we got school back in our time and parents give you the money for service for the week. And when we got school, we buy out the whole of the tuck shop. No, remember, say tomorrow is another day, Me no want that happen to me students. Them, say, say tomorrow, make sure, say, when me put up the little life goal, them, make me achieve what I set out to achieve. Because me no want embarrass tomorrow when me put up the little goal and me not able to reach the goal. So me I ask every student, take time, pinch the little money where parents go fi come a class this morning. Save little it for tomorrow. No so? Yes, man. Big up yourself, Dave Salmon. Big up yourself, Nadine Colors. Big up yourself. Students, know me love and I respect each and every one of you. Can I start the class, please? Because now make me tarry all day this morning. Remember, tomorrow is the big day. I have to go make the woman sit down in my head and rest her hand in my head and give me a nice retwist so I can do the things them. Jamaica people, me have to come out tomorrow and set myself good. So I don't promise I will be here long because I have an appointment to get me here done and all of the good things them. All right, people? Fluff Bar say, 1 hour you have left for class. That's right. So we get cracking. Not true. And when we come to beat out the labor rights, then we come to beat them and put them out to dry. No. Dana Dixon, I don't understand how you are going to come out, come praise and take credit. And don't get me wrong, the teachers them have done all that they could despite the limited resources given to them and granted to them. And they would have done so well. I get to understand that the top girl is from St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth was destroyed by the hurricane, and yet still our teachers were able to do the unthinkable so that the students could have achieved such. But Dana Dixon and the Ministry of Education have failed to come out and tell the people of this country that why the students, the PEP exam students have done so well is because the ministry would have dropped the standards pretty low because they would have taken into consideration the effects of Hurricane Melissa. And don't be surprised if our students do equally well at the CXC level because CXC took into consideration the effects of Hurricane Melissa. So when you see Dana Dixon come out and depend high horse, oh, we had a 90% placement rate and the students them get to be placed where they wanted to be. They never have no choice because the school them still destroyed under tarpaulin. The students them never have any choice. You don't have to make the students them do so well because the level where the PEP exam used to be, drop the level and make the exam so easy, like certain things. And so the people are going left done, Jamaica, know how the Jamaica Labour Party love to do the PR stunt. Let me tell you something. And any teacher can back up what I'm saying. Let me tell you this. A lot of things that were placed in the students' curriculum to achieve for the year 2025, 2026, they were not able to cover those topics because of Hurricane Melissa. And so the PEP exam was narrowed down, made easy this year. And I am equally certain that our result for CXC for this year is going to be equally good because CXC took into consideration the effects of Hurricane Melissa, and so teachers and students were not able to grasp fully the syllabus. So anyway, MAGA it pop off. So they will write these exams based on what the teachers would have able to grasp and pass on to the students. It's not like in a FIMI year and FUNO year, which part we never have any hurricane, so dog nyam fi we supper all fi me CXC year. It was a very, very difficult year, 2007. Lord Jesus have mercy. Me say when me open up all fi me maths paper, fi me turn fool. So something which part me say part fi me maths exam, me never see me teacher me said that was a terrible year, people. A terrible, terrible year. Me say me turn fool when me open up fi me maths CXC paper. 2006, 2007. I will never forget. Me get every single CXC except mathematics. Me have to go come college, fit redo and get the maths. It was a terrible year, the passes. In particular mathematics. Me say when me open up the CXC sitting so. Me say one of the time me look cry, I never forget, Lord Jesus, me now call out your name. Big up yourself, Owen. That's all. Me say when me look across from me, I see Owen. I want write letter, me see Owen I write to CXC. Me mother no have it. Me not this and me not that. I'm asking you please to make me pass. Me say that was a year 2006, 2007. What pick the right letter to CXC. Remember, right there, if you write the exam, and do the exam and pick the right song letter to CXC, they never have no choice because it was such a difficult year. But when I look today and I see that the PEP exams and CXC exams were made easy, we welcome it, yes. But when the minister is going to come out and claim how well the students did, context matters. And the reason why we have such a high pass rate is because the syllabus was narrowed. So a lot of the topics that students were set out to achieve, they didn't get to cover it because of the hurricane. So other nations, for them pitney, would have a different knowledge on particulars because we never get to cover those topics in our syllabus. But that is for another day. So let me just say to the minister, Dana Morris Dixon, while we welcome the passes, context equally matters, Jamaica. That the reason why we had so much pass rates for the PEP exams, and look out for Dana Dixon to come out and equally share the joys of CXC results. And she's not going to tell the country that the high pass rate is as a result of the standards that were dropped so as to facilitate the Jamaican students, because we are still recovering from Hurricane Melissa. So context matters, Jamaica, and I love when persons speak the truth. And when it comes on to the Jamaica Labour Party, they have a very strange issue when it comes on to speaking the truth. Now Jamaica speaking about truth. Yesterday I was made aware that, first of all, is there any police officers joining the live? Me have some worry for policeman and woman will follow me, because some of them not tap message me say, Dre, boy, are you a talk up the things them, because if we ever open up we mouth, then demote we and we can't get the promotion, So guess what? Me I go tell you what they go on in the JCF, so you can talk about it and bring awareness, because if they do speak out, we see what happened to Mr. Cameron and we see what happened to Mr. Rowan James. So from the 17th of June, Favour should have addressed the police officers. 17th of June, she said she going to have a sit down with the police officers them. Up to now, Favour not have a sit down with the officers. What she did is to send the Police Federation a release stating that police officers, they are going to get a raise of pay. And I don't want to tell any lie on the Minister of Finance and the Public Service. So let me just read what was sent to me, because students, I am getting into the frame of mind, especially when we go up on YouTube, because the lawsuit them, or then they pan edge if you send your lawsuit. No, go send me no lawsuit, because I have put it in the back of my brain. No report pan matters where you don't have no proof. You understand? And me only I go talk about the matters them that is already out there. What am I gonna think them can't come for me all now? Only think me I go up no conspiracy theory and jeopardize nobody and drag them out. No, I'm not going to do that. I am going to take what is already out there and me I go take it and put it in my own words so that you can understand. Yeah? So when I look at the message from the Jamaica Police Federation, Wednesday the 24th of June, then you see that, and it entitled Salary Negotiation for 2025 to 2027 and first offer from the government of Jamaica. And it reads thus: the Jamaica Police Federation has just received its quote-unquote first offer on wages and fringe benefits for the period 2025 to 2027 from the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, and is extremely concerned with its contents. Listen now. Please be advised that there is a proposed 3-year contract agreement for the period April 1st of 2025 to March 31st, 2028, and a proposed increase on salary as stated below. In year 1, the police is expected to get 2%. In year 2, 2.5%. And in year 3, a further 2.5%. The Jamaica Police Federation will flatly reject this offer based on the negative inflationary impact on our current disposable income. There is also an expression of non-support on some fringe benefits, and all allowances were referred to the pending development of policies for the treatment of allowances by the High Command of the JCF. The Central Committee and consultants are currently pursuing and analyzing the first offer with a view of making a counter offer in the coming week. Subsequent updates will follow. Jamaica, me now read no dopey story, see it here. I am reading the email. So me no want nobody come for me and say a lie me I tell. What time it is now? No, 7 minutes after 11. Thursday the 26th there. I am reading it verbatim before Uno. So me no want nobody say over here say a dopey story we are talking about. And conspiracy theory. See the proof. I can't wait for go up on me YouTube for beat out to no blouse and skirt, Cause for me face I feel right next to the evidence them, Can you imagine when me over YouTube and me a bust up the things them? And me a rub out the Labour Party and you see the evidence. Watch me up on YouTube. TikTok now do me no justice, I want when me get the proof them, me can display them. Jamaica people, I am looking forward to my YouTube moments. Now, Jamaica, best regards, I beg your pardon, Lloyd Duncan, Sergeant, General Secretary, and Acting Chairman for the Jamaica Police Force. Come here now, Faval. And I want the cabinet to take note. And money are money, I don't care how much it is. Money is money. And the 2.5% increase will then give the poor policemen and women. Come here, police officers. The 2.5% increase where Faval proposed to the policemen and women, the hard-working men and women of the JCF. Because one thing, when we are come out, come beat them for the atrocities where them are doing, we do them bad. But sometime we have to ease off at the gas pedal a little bit. And this is one of the moment when me I put up the JCF put them on a pedestal. Remember that the government come out and praise, Remember the government come out and say one of the best things since sliced bread. Record number of murder down since 30 odd years. Never have we been seeing this yet. So me want to ask the Jamaica Constabulary Force, if over 30 years you have never achieved them results here, you really are going to sit down and take the 2.5 salary increase from Faval when Faval herself make it possible to get 300% increase? Now, I want to ask the hard men and women within the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Let me see if I can do the maths, because me reach out to my mathematicians them. I remember me tell us a few, some of we, God bless the day when they say you can get the job if you have accounts or if you have any mathematical subject, because the maths is a problem to many. So me reach out to the mathematicians them when me know. And they further break it down to me. Come here, police officers. Are you aware that the salary increase that Faval Williams and the Jamaica Labour Party has proposed? Because when they come with the cock and bull story, percent this and percent that, people don't really understand how to calculate it and see how much them pay are going to raise by. So, we would have done the hard work and we would have figured the math. Police officers, uno see the salary increase we favor la propose to uno. Are you aware that the 2.5% where them are proposed to go no? Yeah? Is $3,260. Policemen and policewomen, are you aware that the Jamaica Labour Party is going to put on $3,260 per annum salary? Yeah? In the first year. In addition, that means for the 3-year contract that they would have bind the Jamaica Constabulary Force, you all will have to, yeah? Police will have to work 3 years to get $9,000 on their salary. Yeah? Are you aware, Jamaica, that Colonel Charles this week put on the $1,000 per minimum wage? I want to do the maths, and you know one thing, when me I do my thing, you know, me I go create what me need to create so that my students can learn and understand. Let us do the maths now, Jamaica. If Colonel Charles and the Jamaica Labour Party is going to put on $1,000 more per the minimum wage, yeah, to minimum wage earners, $1,000 a week, you know. So now I get $17,000 now a week time. So if them a put on $1,000 more per week, so for the month, when they do the calculations, minimum wage workers are going to get $4,000 extra for the month. No, so you go. Thank you, Paula Sadler. Big up yourself, darling. No, you follow the teacher this morning, you know. Students, follow me. If you get an extra $1,000 per week, then that means that for the entire month, the 4 week when make up the month, you go get an extra $4,000 for the month. Not true, as minimum wage workers. All right? No. It is fair to do the comparison within the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Yeah? So if the minimum wage workers per week will be getting $1,000 and $4,000 per month, how is it that favor is going to come to the hard-working men and women and give them the lowest rank, yeah, police officers, $3,200 per month? No, do the maths, Jamaica. The 2.5%, which means every 25th of the month when police officer get them salary, they are going to see an increase of $3,260 upon them salary every month. But when you look at the comparison to minimum wage workers will be getting $1,000 every week, which equates to $4,000 for the month for the minimum wage workers. So when you do the maths, Jamaica, our minimum wage workers would have gotten more per month than the hard working men and women within the Jamaica Constabulary Force. These people within the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, they have lost every... I don't know where they come from, I don't know where they get the work, I don't know where they come by the work. Who the hell is advising them and those at the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service? Because the dumb and the blind could have said, how on God's earth a policeman should be getting less than a minimum wage worker? Them and those who choose to work at the call center, if you want to work in a Mr. Chin shop, if you want to work as a security officer, how do you settle at this salary negotiation where who the worker is, and don't get me wrong, nothing is wrong with working for Mr. Chin. Nothing is wrong in working at the call centers. Yeah? Nothing is wrong in working as a security guard, but it is equally important to put the context together, Jamaica. And we have some ignorant men and women who do not like when people expose the truth so that persons can understand the realities of what is happening in this country. But as long as I am here, my aim and determination is to educate the Jamaican people. Some of you may like it and some don't, but I give thanks for those who actually appreciate my presence in this space. Now get used to it, labor rights. How on God's earth the police officers who are out there on the battlefield, risking them life. If you don't notice, say no rich people pitney no join the Jamaica Constabulary Force, or poor people pitney join it, you know. And when you look how the Jamaica Labour Party can come out and take claim, say, oh, the policemen and women are doing so well for the past 30 years, and the first Jamaica crime rate ever, they're so low. That means, according to them, the JCF continues to outperform and they're doing very well. So how the hell an entity and an institution that is doing so well, the government continue, to pay them below par? Help me make it make sense. How Favour find it difficult to pay the hardworking men and women in the JCF so that she can only afford to pay them 2.5%. 2.5% Jamaica, but she shut fear eye and give the go-ahead to raise politicians' salary by 300%. Where the policemen and women they this morning fi open up the yai wall and see what go on in the country. And when you're not done, and uno policemen and women and soldier, sit down and preside over ballot box for them so that they can go into power. And a sudden treat uno. Me want to ask the policeman and police woman, that is the reason why you see the police force I try corrupt the JCF, and put their friend and then colleagues in some top rank position because them are labor rights, and enough of them are ball out in Jamaica. A lot of the police are balling out. But I want to ask the police officers them, stop, think about yourself and think about the federation on a whole. You don't notice how the Jamaica Teachers Association united? You don't notice how the teachers them can come together and have a successful, conference when them put it on, and how effective it can be? What make the police them so fool? You know, have some real idiot in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Too much infighting. You have persons who are there as an ordinary constable for years and cannot get a promotion. Worse if you don't stand up for something good, and if you don't see the government and do something I don't like, I don't speak out, they will forever trample you and keep you at that level as an ordinary constable. You will never get a promotion to move on to a sergeant, worse an inspector, or assistant soup. So I am asking the constabulary force this morning, why is it that the Jamaica Police Federation always sit and accept the bullshit from this administration? When election morning, the walla uno sacrifice yourself and guard the ballot box them for them. Many of you would have done the unthinkable thing, like what we are witnessing transpired in West Central St. Andrew, the Prime Minister. We are going to go down tonight this morning because me never know say them there's something there take place in a Andrew constituency. You couldn't tell me say them a mask man. We don't know if them are police, The evidence are there. Jamaica say man come in there in a mask, take up the ballot box. Watch me out this morning. I'm not ready for go down in night yet. I'm ready to go to West Central St. Andrew. But for now, we're dealing with the police. And I cannot understand how the police settle. Well, the letter state that they will not be settling for the 2.5. And rightfully so. Because there is no comparison, Jamaica. You cannot compare the police officers to an individual who are getting minimum wage per week. And when you do the comparison, based on what Pernell Charles said, minimum wage workers will be getting an extra $1,000 per week. Right? How many weeks make a month? No, 4. So if you know I get $1,000 extra per week, that means for the month, you go get $4,000 extra. All right. When you look at the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Federation, based on these figures that Faval proposed, police officers will be getting a 2.5 salary increase. When you do the math, Jamaica, that 2.5% works out to $3,260 per month. So how the hell, an institution, no wonder the police them have to hustle so on the road, because the poor thing them not have it. The poor thing them not have it. For you to be a successful police officer, you have to go to the police credit union, you borrow loan, you want one vehicle because every minute you have to go a court. Police officer no want to travel on the bus. Please, can you imagine a police officer going to work and you're on the chichi bus, you're on taxi, the poor thing them want. If I want a second-hand vehicle, so they can actively serve themselves and be more comfortable, so they probably put themselves in a debt. No wonder the police officer them are commit suicide, because God Almighty, when you look and see, then try every means, every avenue to have a little comfortable life as a police officer. Poor thing them go to the credit union and go take out one loan, to put towards one vehicle. And when they see the salary for the month, now add up, then can pay back the loan. Mama and daddy did if you want get one little money at church out there, and they are them pitney there, are their little girlfriend. How is it that the police officers, Jamaican, are going to survive? I cannot understand how Faval go come give police officers, the rank and file people them $3,260 per month and give minimum wage worker $4,000 for the month. How did we get here, Jamaica? Only not to see a done stung at the Ministry of Finance and Public Service. No wonder, and you want to tell me, say, from the 17th of June, she should have come and tell the police officers her intention. She came to them yesterday, which is the 23rd or 24th. She had ample time. It's over 1 year at the police and are in this negotiation. But you see that for them two police officers. And this will happen to some of the police officers. Because why? Uno should have never allowed Faval and the Jamaica Labour Party to dictate to Uno before September 3rd. Uno are idiot and some of the police force are sellout. So sometimes me only there so they waste me time a back for Uno, But God knows that some of them deserve to be in the predicament. Some of them forget the $1,000 like a minimum wage worker, and kid you not wage worker, and kid you. The police force, long before the general election, was in a negotiation with Faval. And if the politicians could have found it necessary to raise for them money, remember say after September 3rd, Andrew Holness come out, come say, mid-one men and women. Uno did have the hunger all along, because what? Uno could have strike, uno could have call out sick, You could have take actions until favor decide. So she go no one want leading up to the election. But no, you sit down there and make Andrew favor cook up some cock and bull story and tell you say you not go get this or you not go get. Remember, see from when last year them and negotiate with favor, you know. And the police officers them sit down and make them call the election pan them. Thank you, Derval. The police officers them sit down and make favor and Andrew trick them and promise one what them are going to do after the election, work with them. You should have never compromised the Jamaica Police Federation. Politicians will always be a politician. And you guys sat there with an opportunity to make it right. But no, because some of you collect the 350,000 a month and the 450 and the $500,000 a month as assistant superintendent. So you don't really care for the ordinary squaddy we just join. Eh? And these ordinary squaddy are the ones that have to guard the ballot box them with them life so that Andrew could go back to power. And this is how the Jamaica Labour Party in return treat them by giving them 2.5%, $3,260 go add on per their salary a month time, where my salary as an ordinary minimum wage worker will be getting $4,000. Remember, say me not complain, you know. Me not complain, but context matters. And who not go like me, I just saw it go for speaking the truth. How is it that you are going to give a minimum wage worker more money than an average police officer? There is no comparison to somebody working for Mr. Chin and the hard-working men and women in the police force. Who the hell come to favor and advise her to give the police officers 2.5%. Do the maths. 2.5% for the month police officers is $3,260. And that you not go get for the month extra pound salary. And when you look, $1,000 extra add on per minimum wage, $1,000 a week. 4 weeks make a month, so that means a minimum wage worker go home with 4,000 extra for the month, while a police officer is going home with 3,260 per month. In add up. Explain it to me, please. Everton Jarrett say me if you go find work do. Sir, I don't want to answer you this morning respectfully. Alright? But I will forever be a voice to the voiceless, because if the police officers them come out, come speak, them a go further demote them, and if them campaign for Andrew, they cannot get that promotion. It is sad. And when you hear people say the police force is corrupt, this is what we are talking about. What they do is to align individuals into some position that align themselves with the government. And if you are not doing the work for the government of the day, you will never get that promotion. I know of an individual who has been working in South Trelawney for almost 40 odd years. The man passed away, yeah? And reading his eulogy, from the day him graduate from police training school, they stuck the man in a South Trelawney at this particular police station. No care how he writes, he want a promotion and he want one transfer. They have never given it to him, and he spent almost 40 years in South Trelawney until he dead without getting a promotion. Because he never aligned himself to the Labour Party. Jamaica, I am eagerly waiting to see how, yeah, Favor is going to negotiate further, because clearly the JCF has struck down the deal. So let us see, because you can't tell me you are going to pay Mr. Chin worker more than me, and you come out and praise me how me I work good and crime down, record level, eh? Never have we seen these results in 30 odd years. Out of order. Very out of order. Well, and there Sitara one come up in the box. Just a second, the student. let us bring up deeply. Morning, Tara Wagwan.
Morning, Dre. Morning, everybody. May I sit down here and work and listen to you, Dre? Because me see the face there, why about if you not have work I do? This a work. This a work.
Tell him for me, T.
You think him just sit down there rude?
Out of order.
All of your research and all of your gatherings of information, fact checking. It is work, rude.
Thank you.
Anyway, jam out of order. You go work what you do on TikTok at this time of day. Come on. Anyway, as I'm sitting here working, Dre, and listening to you, I'm reminded of something. These negotiations started under Nigel. Before Nigel take him increase and left.
What you said to me?
Of course. Of course. They started under Nigel. Nigel started all of this, you forget? The revamping of public servants, all of the bans changed. That was start. Nigel did that.
True.
And then the increase for all of the big old dirty increase came under Nigel.
Yes, you're right.
It's favor take the baton and a drag and a pull and a drag and a pull with it. This has been going on, and I want to say to our police officers, because as you said, there's a lot of bashing going on, but there are a lot. The majority is good.
True.
The majority are good. Not saying that there aren't some bad apples. There are bad apples. There are bad apples everywhere. Same with politics. There are bad apples. But the majority want to do the right thing. And I want to remind them that this is not the only thing that happened to them. Do they remember and recall on the election? They changed where they voted, especially rural police officers, and moved them all to Kingston. Until when they went to their normal polling stations, they had to spin around and try find drive, try find gas, try find a way to get to polling stations in Kingston, so that they could not vote where they normally would have voted, which was in the constituency they were assigned to and placed in. I want them to remember all of these things, when them sit down there and all of this is happening to them.
Yup.
They have been sidelined and sabotaged endlessly. Them forget COVID. When half of them can't go to them yard.
Speak.
No sleep.
Speak.
Under 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When them was getting piece of dry bread. Tomato wet shrivel up. Cheese was stuck on side. To eat after them not eat for day. Them forget. Like, I don't understand this. I don't understand. Remember them not have boots. Remember them not have uniform. Them not have your beg and borrow and buy work boots. Them uniform tear. Them not have things. Them not have supplies. Them forget. Them not have police Kevlar vests.
Okay.
Them forget about that.
Speak, my sister.
Come on, man.
Remind them.
Come on. Where your memory? What going? It's the same people. It's just that them a sing a different tune because them did need you. Them have 4 or 5 more years in them mind now for drag this out more. Wake up. Look around you. See what is going on. You forget it's not that long ago. It's not that long ago. You can't move nowhere. You can't get promotion. You watch people come in who now have one dege week.
Experience.
Much less year, much less month of experience, and God skyrocket past you.
Thank you.
Skyrocket.
Thank you.
Because why, friend and company, while you sit there doing all of the hard work with little to no resources. Come on, man. Wake up. Wake up. Realize what's going on around you. It just hurt my heart, man.
It does.
It hurt my heart because they go out there, and them try, and a lot of it is frustration as well on their part. And unfortunately, it's being taken out on the people instead of the system that is doing it to you.
True.
All right, take me out of the box.
True. Thank you, Tara. Always riveting. May I tell you. But anyway, Jamaica, you see how Tara can lay it out? We don't need to say nothing more. I don't need to say any more. Jamaica, police officers, learn to read the room and learn to speak out when you are around that negotiation table. We have a successful JTA. The teachers, them can unite. Why can't the men and women of the Police Federation unite? There are more squaddies than superintendent. Stop allowing the superintendents and them and those who jump the ranks to continue to burden the ordinary squaddies in the police force. Unwa do the work, unwa make the soup them look good. So I'm asking the ordinary men and women and the squaddy them who just join the police force, open your eyes and work together as a police federation. It is unacceptable. Look and see if you see superintendent or no brown police in a khaki suit, a guard, no ballot box. Uno see uno kete we just going to the force, a risk no life, and I do the things them for the politician and election. Learn to read what is happening. Ask yourself, and as me say in Jamaica, we are not bashing any institution or any place of work. Big up with call center workers, big up with Mr. Chin workers, and big up to our security guards. But context matters. And when you read the email and you do the comparison, I don't think it is fair, for minimum wage workers to be getting more than the police officers. And one have to further put things into context and ask yourself, could this be one of the reasons why our men and women are taking their own lives in the police force? The system that the Labour Party has created for them makes it difficult for them to survive. Many who would have started out in the JCF are no longer in the police force today because they just don't see it and make any sense. Gone were the days when the police force was seen as an institution to join where you can look up to. It is terrible, Georgia. And I am here this morning to join and connect the dots and make you know say it now add up and it now make no sense. 2.5% per month is $3,260 extra added to police officers' salary. When you look at the minimum wage workers, according to Pernell Charles, $1,000 extra will be added to the minimum wage. If you get $1,000 extra every week, 4 weeks make a month. So the ordinary Mr. Chin worker will be getting an extra $4,000 per month. But when you look at the police officers, they are getting $3,260, a little less. How is it possible? How did Fayetteville arrive at this conclusion? Come on, police officers. Come on. Wake up. And with all of the good things that them claim so no I do, it worth it too, no? It worth it too, no? Look and see if the Jamaica Constabulary Force has not become a pyramid scheme. The pyramid is like a triangle, where the base of the triangle is so broad. The base of the triangle represents the average squaddy them we join. We are kill out to ourselves. And who not do one thing in the JCF, the superintendent them, and those assistant commissioners up there, we up on the pyramid, up on the triangle tip. And them I get the big salary. And you down at the base that put in the good work. So that's them can look good up at top. Open up your eyes, police officers. Open your eyes. I would have done the math for you. Tell me anywhere where you see it makes sense. How can a minimum wage worker get in more than a police officer? Huh? And I want to just ask God to continue to bless me, you know. Give me the vision so that I can further break down things for my people. A lot of persons never did I look upon it this way. But that is the reason why I am here, Jamaica. And I hope you learn a thing or two. I hope your eyes are fully opened. Yeah? I hope you would have learned from that scenario I would have created. It's not a good look, Faval. It's not a good look, Andrew Holness. It is not a good look. And speaking of not a good look, good morning, Dr. Christopher Tufton. And good morning to our hard-working nurses and doctors at the University Hospital of the West Indies. It's your time. I want you to come to the front of the classroom. And I just want to say thanks to all the 446 persons who are tuning in. Click the live and share it to at least one person because we are about to turn things up over here. Jamaica, we're taking a break, 1 minute break. And when I come back, we journey to the University Hospital of the West Indies. Stick and stay. Christopher Tufton, you're up next. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but the nurses and doctors at the University of the Hospital this week yet again came out and they would have launched a protest, and the protest this time has further highlighted the conditions in which the nurses are working. One of the complaints based on the interview is that one nurse is responsible for over 43 patients. I wonder if you wanna hear me. Thank you, Downside Hustle Grandma. Love the support I've been getting, guys. I really appreciate the gifts them. It may not be big like them, big top notch, but I am grateful for the little. The Bible says little is much when God is in it. And I appreciate the little God bless me. I thank you guys. Trust me, don't think that I am overlooking anybody. God bless you, no. I really appreciate it. Now, Jamaica, when I listen to the nurses, them, and the doctors registering their disgust, hot and spicy, Janet, big up yourself, love every time. Big up yourself, Kamiana Lord. The love is real over here. And it has been felt, trust me. Jamaica, let me use this opportunity to remind you that come tomorrow at 10 a.m., I will be right here trying to raise some funds, to achieve my goal towards my laptop. I have a laptop, but it is old, and they are telling me it is not compatible for live stream. So I want to upgrade myself where I can get this laptop so I can continue my work effectively. So I'm asking everybody for the support tomorrow. No care how great or small. Come with the $5, the $10, the $20. And if God bless you even further and you can dig deeper, the 50 and the 100, God will bless you. So I'm asking everybody for the support tomorrow at 10 a.m. All right? Looking forward. Now, Jamaica, when I saw the nurses and the teacher doctors came out and they protest, one of them said, is she alone if you deal with 43 patients? Can you imagine? It's not like a teacher where she's in a controlled environment with students. The sick, you don't know if them depend them back. You don't know if they're in a wheelchair. You don't know the condition. But one nurse assigned to 43 patients. And what hurt the listening ear, is when the doctors and the nurses come out and register their disgust, what they're facing. And you're going to tell me that the Minister of Health, Dr. Christopher Tufton, is going to come out and blame the management structure at the university hospital? How is it? It's like this man not here when time the nurse and the doctor them say them not have the equipment. They don't have the basic materials. Are you aware, Jamaica, that when your loved one takes sick and you go to the hospital, it should be a place where you get refuge, a place where whatever you need to heal the ailment, you can get it there. You know, so when you go to hospital nowadays, once you get the chance to see the nurse or the doctor, there is no guarantee that the doctor or the nurse will have what you need. They are recommending you to go elsewhere to get the basic of the basic treatment that every single hospital should have. The other day, one of my colleagues had an accident, a minor accident, right? And when he went to the hospital to dress the wound, thank you, David, big up yourself. Would you believe me that the surgery, he had to go to another medical institution to purchase the equipment, to carry it to the hospital so that the doctor there can use the equipment that he would have purchased, you know, so that he could have gone do the surgery. Jamaica, the health system, mash up under Christopher Tufton, you know. Eh? Uncle Pablo, big up yourself, Mr. Escobar. Thank you. God bless you, my friend. And I want to say thanks to you and your wife for always supporting my platform. Yes, man, me really grateful for your long-standing support. And nobody could ever, as some know real comrades, you know. A real comrade will have disagreement. Yeah? And we might upset for a moment or two, but a real comrade will never ever malice another comrade. Yeah? No care what they go and put aside, whatever difference for the greater good. And I can tell you, yeah, that the Escobars are real, genuine, authentic comrades. Me not ask you, no, me I tell you that. I'm saying extra. You see, because he know the little Spanish. What you might show up with this morning? But if I tell you what I want to tell you in a Spanish, you lift up. If me tell you the only thing when me learn in a Spanish, you laugh until you're weak. But anyway, students, Dr. Christopher Tufton, yeah? Instead, the man come out and address the needs of the hospital. The man have go come out, come curse the management structure at the university hospital. It's like Christopher Tufton not here when the nurse tell him, say, yeah, they don't have the resources. So if you come there and you want your foot dressed, or if your foot broke, not even crutch. No, up there in a way, at least, you know, so you could at least rent one crutch. So you could hop on, go back home. The basic resources are not available at these hospitals. And every single day, Christopher Tufton come out and deflect. Eh? He comes out and deflect, and the man go come out. Remember, them are protest, you know. And instead, Christopher Tufton go up there and listen and try to put the mechanism in place. He is going to lay the blame squarely at the feet of the management at the university hospital. But let me ask you, Christopher Tufton, yeah? Whether the hospital, them are private institution, every single hospital falls under the Ministry of Health. They are registered under your watch. So whether Miss Mary or Dr. So-and-so and go open up their own practice, every one of them have to be regulated and come under the Ministry of Health. And it pains my heart when you see these institutions comes out and I speak out and the minister is going, oh, it's a private institution. Stop the bull and the capping. Stop the bull and the capping. It is unacceptable, Jamaica, that this man continue to put the hospitals them in the best light possible. And God knows our nurses and doctors are trying their utmost best. But if you listen to the interview, the nurses are saying that they on a daily basis, they are given basket to carry water. They are overburdened. The accident and emergency, the space is so crammed. Huh? And yet still, whenever you come there with your accident and your emergency, then can't turn you away. Why is it that Dr. Christopher Tufton cannot have a genuine heart-to-heart address to the nation? Jamaica, we are in a crisis. At no time at all have we seen our young men and women and our citizens getting ill. It is becoming an epidemic. It is getting out of control. Our population today is getting more ill. And that is the reason why the hospitals are overburdened. Jamaican people no longer can afford 3 meals per day. We cannot afford to eat healthy anymore. Gone are the days when you know say you could have your little rice, your piece of meat, and your catch sitting on the side with a lettuce or 2 slices of tomato. Just the source of food we have to second for yam. We can no longer afford to be eating healthy, and it is true. This is the reason why so many hospitals are overburdened, because the poor population can no longer afford to eat healthy. So their health has been compromised. Within the last 10 years or before the last 10 years, persons were able, no care how it go. If I want salad, you could have sliced 2 tomato pound of food, or you could have washed 2 lettuce leaf and cut and no, so you have a little balanced meal with no carbohydrate, no protein, and no vitamin. And have a balanced plate in front of you. Today, dear, under this Andrew Holness-led administration, people can only afford to eat the source of food, the rice and the chicken. We can't afford to balance it off with some sliced tomato or lettuce or cucumber. Our health is our wealth, and I am telling you that the health of the Jamaican people is compromised. But when you look and see how Christopher Tufton set out the Ministry of Health, yeah? These people benefit more on the passing of your loved one than making the population more healthy. You look and see when you go to the hospital and the worst happened when your loved one passed away. Look and see the care and dignity that the porter do to your body. Wrap you up nicely, tie your hand on your chest, and wrap you down in a white sheet, and band you down and put you on a stretcher, and then put you where you're supposed to go when you're dead. Yeah? It is a business that the Ministry of Health is running. They are making more money from burying their loved ones than making your loved one recover from an illness. It is sad. In today's world, in the Jamaica that I live, are you aware, Jamaica, that Jamaicans nowadays, yeah, gone are the days when you could afford to have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner? I am telling you, Jamaica, that you have families out there where we get up and eat no breakfast and put on 1 rotted big pot in the midday and eat 1 time. And that's it. There are families out there where we get up, yeah, and do them little breakfast, and when they go work, they not eat nothing for the God Almighty day until them come home, come eat their little dinner. Jamaicans can no longer afford the basic breakfast, lunch, and dinner under this Labour Party. Huh?
Powering on.
And it might sound away, but it is the absolute truth. And I tell you, Jamaica, when it comes on to the 2 parties, the PNP and the JLP, both have their shortcomings. But when it comes on to the Jamaica Labour Party, yeah, The Jamaica Labour Party has totally eradicated the middle class. Under the Jamaica Labour Party, it is either you're rich or you're poor. And when you're done, you want to come tell me. So you want to compare the Labour Party with the PNP? Let me tell you the difference between the PNP and the JLP. Under the People's National Party, the People's National Party, yeah, will create the opportunity, yeah, for the middle class to survive. And the middle class means say you're not poor and you're not rich. But you're in between where you have your little job, you can pay your bills them a month time and you can survive. You know, they are the bottom of the bottomless. And you know, they up there and say you're rich. But the PNP create the middle class so that you can at least have a life of dignity. But whenever the Jamaica Labour Party is in power, there is no middle class. It's either you're rich or you're poor. And when you're done, people want to come compare PNP with JLP. Huh? Can you imagine? When the People's National Party is in power, they exercise democratic socialism. And I'm going to break it down to you when you found know what democratic socialism is. There's a difference between when you are a socialist country or when you practice democratic socialism. Under the People's National Party, we practice democratic socialism. Yeah? Which means that we are going to create institutions that will take from the rich and allow it to trickle down to the average poor. And one such institution is the National Housing Trust. Under the Jamaica Labour Party, only the rich can afford to buy a piece of land. Under the Jamaica Labour Party, only the rich can afford to buy one house. But the People's National Party, yeah, will create the middle class by putting in institutions such as the NHT so that you, the poor man, when you work and you look on your salary and your pay slip, you know, see NHT a draw out of your money, no care how small it is, it'll come out of your salary. It is the PNP that put in place the NHT so that the poor man can go to the NHT and say, boss, at 10 years, I work at a hotel for you, know. And I pay me NHT. While I go on, I want a loan, I see piece of land, and I want to go pay down on it. And I see one house, and I feel like I can afford to pay my mortgage. Tell me draw down. And I want me draw down to go put down on the piece of land here, or go put down on the house where I see, where I like. It is the PNP that put NHT in place. Yeah? So that the poor man can have a house and not only the rich. And that is the reason why I will forever support the People's National Party. You must wake up, Jamaica people. Under the Labour Party is either you're rich or you're poor. But the People's National Party will create that middle class survival. Where you're not poor, you know, but at the same time, you're not rich. It pains my heart today, Jamaica, where I see Jamaicans sit and allow the Jamaica Labour Party to put a wool over their eyes. And you notice how the nation is quiet? Because they are embarrassed. Yeah? Jamaicans today are embarrassed. They are ashamed of the mistake that they would have made September 3rd. So the country is quiet. And I see a boy or a girl would want to come out, come protest and do the things and ball out, you know. But them shame. Because if they do, persons are going to say, this is what they would have voted for. But we all were warned. The opposition, despite in minority. They came with some wonderful strategy and some wonderful plans to take Jamaica forward, and they choose otherwise. So I say to the people of this country this morning, 5 minutes after 12 noon, let us pray to Almighty God that this third term run off quickly. Because let me tell you something in Jamaica. I don't know about you, but I don't see the Andrew Holness administration doing no full term, No, man, things are going to be so dire in this country that I am only seeing Andrew Holness surviving a 3 year, 3.5 possible. And I'm going to tell you why. Jamaica, there is so much happening in the country of my birth today, where the constituency that the Prime Minister controls for now, West Central St. Andrew. Yesterday, something major happened within our courts, where the People's National Party candidate, Mr. Paul Buchanan, have rose to prominence once again. And this time, Jamaica, it is eye-opening. It is quite eye-opening. Some things that we were made aware of that transpired in West Central St. Andrew, the constituency of the Prime Minister. I was in total disbelief. And I said to myself, no wonder why they are fighting against Mr. Paul Buchanan. Because it is clear that this man has a case. And let me tell you something, Jamaica. Every single man and woman has the right to defend themselves. If ever injustices meted out against them, every man and woman must be granted the opportunity, to defend themselves in the court of law. And in this case, Jamaica, Paul Buchanan, the PNP representative for West Central St. Andrew, once again has raised the bar in our politics. Jamaica, I was made aware, that masked men were placed at key polling stations in the Prime Minister constituency, which means we don't know if they were police. The intimidation was so high in Andrew's constituency. Masked men are coming in and out. In an altercation, verbal altercation with the indoor workers, intimidating them, threatening them. You don't know if they are police officers. You don't know if they are gunmen. We don't know. The evidence are there that they are double voting, which means persons would have come into a particular polling station and vote twice. The law states that when the election is over and you're transporting the ballot boxes to the counting center, you must have a representative of the PNP and you must have a representative of the Jamaica Labour Party, both accompanying that ballot box. We have one of the most beautiful and transparent democracy. However, where we often get it wrong, is the intimidation and the same police officers them. That's why somehow nothing get no extra salary raise. Some of the police officer bring the intimidation. You were placed there to guide and guard our democracy. And instead you stay there and ensure that everything go right. You do the unthinkable and you allow masked men to come in and threaten our indoor workers. Who the hell are going to sit down there and take no gunshot for ballot box? You know, crazy? So I was told that the indoor workers had to leave the ballot box. Nobody no want get gunshot for ballot box. So the intimidation was rampant. Yeah? And so police officers, we don't know, because they were all masked men. They are the ones that transported the ballot boxes. Mind you, the law states that a labor right and a PNP must sit down with the box in the vehicle and it must be escorted to the counting center. So the labor right sit down on the left hand side, the ballot box in the middle, and the PNP on the right hand side. We have the most beautifulest democracy, Jamaica. But the rules are often neglected because you have paid operatives. Some police officers included, and some nasty, dirty, worthless Jamaican men and women were we put in place to safeguard our democracy. Well, Jamaica, I want you to listen carefully. Yes, last night everybody was glued to Partner Draw TV, Andre Stevens' podcast, and Noel had such a beautiful interview with the lawyer representing Paul Buchanan. And let me tell you something, Jamaica, this is getting serious. And I am getting to understand when I listened to PDTV last night, it seems like this case can reach the Privy Council in England. And it is the same way that they would have treated Vybz Kartel over the years and tried to suppress him in the Jamaican courts. And Isaac would have fought tirelessly until he got the matter to the Privy Council in England. And look at the results. What our judges fail to see, the Privy Council in England will never let it slide. And I am telling you, Jamaica, with these compelling evidence, when Mr. Hugh Wildman point out, any of the judges of this land, Jamaica land we love, choose to strike down this evidence and say, Buchanan no have no case. I am 100% behind Mr. Buchanan to seek the Privy Council in England, because you cannot tell me that these evidence brought against the Prime Minister and West Central St. Andrew will be going unnoticed. Jamaica, I want you to listen. Yeah? I want you guys to listen to the interview on Andre Stevens' PDTV last night. Very interesting, Jamaica. Let us listen to the interview. I crave your attention at this time. Listen carefully.
Let me get to another big story tonight, because I feel like I've been looking forward to this story. I've been reading a lot of your comments whenever I come here and I do shows. You guys are always messaging. I'm seeing the comments online on certain platforms about the Holness versus Buchanan case. Now, a legal challenge brought by the former People's National Party candidate Paul Buchanan against the Prime Minister was delayed in the Court of Appeal today after concerns were raised about a potential conflict of interest. Now, the case, which stems from the 2025 general election, was adjourned after issues surrounding legal representation emerged during proceedings. Now, Buchanan is contesting the St. Andrew East Central seat against Dr. Holness in last year's election. That's a bit of context for those of you guys who don't know about the case, right? And he's challenging the outcome of the poll, alleging that the election was not conducted fairly. Now, the Prime Minister, it is worth saying, was declared the winner of the constituency, but Buchanan has maintained that there are a lot of things that he didn't think was right that went on, and that the results were impacted. So he's seeking to have the court review the matter So let's try and get to the bottom of this now with Hugh Wildman, who is Paul Buchanan's attorney. Now, Hugh, I appreciate you coming on tonight and for, finding the time to do this, because I think it's, like I was saying earlier, it's one of those stories that a lot of people seem to want to talk about. So tell me tonight, Hugh, how significant is this conflict of interest issue that came to light in court today?
Well, the judge was of the view that because of the association in the past, she could not hear the case. So that was the issue.
Also, the judge was the problem. And who does she have a connection with? The Prime Minister?
No, she said that when she was in the Attorney General's chamber, she knew Mr. Buchanan. So she put that on the table that, we could still have gone ahead with the case if the parties agreed, but we didn't have a problem because Mr. Buchanan said that must have been a long time ago. And so we were prepared to go ahead, but the other side was not.
Right, so the other side, they were keen to say, actually, we need to bring a halt to proceedings and try and find someone else who might have no connection to both Mr. Buchanan and the Prime Minister.
Yes, well, the court decided to take a break and to consider it. And they came back after a long break, deliberation, and said that they were trying to get another replacement judge. But they were not successful, so they had no choice but to put it off until the 27th of next month.
Talk to me, Hugh. How unusual, given the fact that you're in and out of court every single day, how unusual is a situation like that, a scenario where a judge will excuse themselves, given the fact that it's not like she was with Mr. Buchanan last week or the month before having cocktails. I mean, is it pretty unusual, or is it because of how high profile the case is? She was just being very, very cautious.
I suspect it's the latter part of your question, because given the fact that, as Mr. Buchanan said, and she said that it's a professional situation, and it would not have been something that took place recently. It would have been probably almost 30 years ago. So we thought that it was for the judge to, but she placed it on the record that everybody is aware of it. And the other side was not prepared to go ahead without any further query.
So, does this have the potential to affect the outcome of the case long term?
Well, all it means is that it delays the process. That we could have gone ahead yesterday had it not been for that.
Dr. Holness, now he was declared the winner, right, in 2025 in the general election. Talk to me about what your client is alleging and what evidence does he have that could potentially overturn the result?
Well, the evidence is very strong, very compelling. A lot of voter reaches of the Representation of the People's Act, which would have been sufficient to overturn the polls, the result of the polls. It's very compelling evidence. And I think it's a very strong case that Mr. Buchanan has. Very strong. And all we need is just to apply the law. And once you apply the law, I think it is a foregone conclusion that the election will be voided.
And talk me through that, Hugh, because if things work out in your favor and in the favor of Mr. Buchanan, what happens next? Does that mean that Jamaica will have to have another election, or that the Prime Minister will be forced to step aside, or there will have to be a by-election for his seat? What happens?
When the election is over, then the Prime Minister no longer sits in Parliament, so there will have to be a new Prime Minister.
What?
Wow. And
that's the reality of the situation.
I mean, listen, you seem like a very reputable, sensible man. I've read your background. You've been around a long time. Surely, in a case like this, you wouldn't be pursuing this for the sake of it. So you're saying that there is compelling evidence out there.
Very compelling evidence. Very compelling evidence. Very compelling.
Hugh, for people who are watching this, haven't they?
And the evidence is not challenged by the other side. It's not like they are saying it didn't happen. They are not saying that these things didn't happen. So it is unchallenged evidence.
Yeah.
For people who aren't following the case closely and probably aren't, taking the time to go through the evidence or the court records, can you tell us maybe just the one main thing that you'll be arguing in court, which will prove that your client genuinely has a case and could?
Well, there are so many breaches. For example, you had people, mass men overrunning polling station, people running from polling station to leave the station to people to do whatever you feel like doing with the ballot boxes and the ballot. You have double voting, impersonation. You had people being, intimidated in front of polling station in breach of the law. You had a situation which is very, very strong. The law, section 4410A of the Act, says that at the close of the poll, the candidates' representatives must be allowed to accompany the ballot boxes to the counting center. That was not done. That is a serious breach. All these are, just one is sufficient to overturn the election.
What?
So he said, and there was diversion of the route that the ballot boxes should have traveled to get to the counting station. So all of these things, and these are stronghold boxes for Mr. Buchanan. So it is a very strong case.
What do you say to people on the other side of this debate, Paul, who will say this is simply sour grapes? Mr. Buchanan is miserable that he didn't win the election.
No, it cannot be, because the law makes provision for this to happen. The law says that after the person is declared to be a winner, you have the right to petition the constituted authority to have that body refer the matter to the election court to void the election. Mr. Buchanan did exactly that because of the compelling evidence that was presented. So it can't be a sour grape situation. The evidence is there and it is not challenged. It is not like, say, the other side, like Dr. Holness side is saying, oh, these things didn't happen. They have not contested the facts. They have not. So they are not saying these things didn't happen. So once you have that state of affair, then it is a question of applying the law. And the law says that one single act is sufficient to overturn the election. One single act that seriously affects the integrity of the election is sufficient.
My God.
What remedy is Mr. Buchanan seeking from the court? Is he asking for a recount, a fresh election?
He's asking for this election in the constituency to be voided.
Yes.
So you have to have a rerun of the election in West Central St. Andrew.
Yes.
Wow. And so, could that happen without a fresh elections being called? Would that be an isolated thing? Where it would just be an election?
Remember, the law was set up in 1997, and it happened when Mr. Holness himself was declared winner in 1997 against Dr. Blake. So the law, it was Parliament, after a serious debate as to the integrity of elections in Jamaica, this was set up specifically to deal with these things expeditiously, because before that it was the election petition route that was being used. But this procedure was designed to ensure swift resolution of election malpractice in Jamaica. And so this procedure was invoked in 1997, and it is the second time it has been the Constitutional Authority have been asked to do such a thing.
Can you tell us, Hugh, what happened for those of us who probably don't have the political history to go all the way back to the first example? What happened in the first case? Because you're saying this is the second time.
Well, in the first case, they had to rerun the election in the constituency, and Dr. Holness emerged still as the winner at the time. But the similar situation occurred.
Oh.
And they had to have a rerun.
Wow. I mean, would you say that this case is probably, and I know that there's a lot going on in Jamaica right now, but this case is up there when it comes to Jamaica's democracy and confidence in the electoral process?
It is very much so. That is critical in this case. Very critical.
Talk us through just the feelings of how Mr. Buchanan is kind of feeling about this. Is he getting fed up that it's being dragged out? Does he just want it to be over?
Well, yes, he's very disappointed about the dragging out of the case. He's very disappointed about that, for sure.
So 27th of July is when you return to court with Mr. Buchanan.
Yes, that's correct.
When you return, what will happen on that day?
Well, hopefully we get started on the case. The application for legal judicial review. So hopefully we'll get started on that day.
Are you part of a wider team that's doing this? Or is it just you by yourself who's kind of...
Well, I'm the main person that I'm representing Mr. McKenna. I'm the main. Other persons coming, but I'm the main person representing Mr. McKenna.
So here's the thing, very quickly, Hugh, and guys, if you have questions, you can send them right now. We'll try and ask Hugh any questions that you have. Here's the thing, for people like myself who aren't in Jamaica and we're watching from afar given the fact that you just explained it so eloquently and so clear, it feels like to me that this is, when people say consequential?
Yes.
This is one of those consequential moments. And if you win this case, right, and let's just speak hypothetic here, you win this case, do you think that this would damage, the public's trust in the system, the very institutions that exist, that people should trust in Jamaica?
Well,
something went on.
It could also result in some reassurance that the system works, because the law was set up to deal with these issues, and it is important that the judicial process be allowed to work to, and where there is evidence of election malpractice, that it should be dealt with. And we are saying in this case, the evidence was compelling that there was election malpractice, and Mr. Buchanan is entitled to have this matter addressed in a most transparent way.
Yes.
What reforms do you think are needed off the back of this case once this is all done and dusted? Is there anything that can be put in place now in order to prevent this happening again?
Well, that is why the Constitutional Authority is set up to ensure, like to police elections in Jamaica. That's what they're there for. They are set up to police the polls. So the process is to be that they're allowed to work. So they are there to ensure that elections are conducted according to law. And when it is not, they have the power and a duty to have it corrected.
Let me ask you the opposite now, Mr. Wildman. If the Court of Appeal rules against you, will you finally accept Andrew Holness as the legitimate winner and move on?
Well, that is for Mr. Buchanan. I mean, it's possible that he could go also to the Criminal Council.
Yes.
So that's Mr. Buchanan's right to deal with this situation as best as he can. But Judge, as I say, we are guided by the evidence. The evidence is there. Very strong, unchallenged evidence that the election was not conducted according to law. And that is what Mr. Buchanan is seeking to have vindicated.
I read somewhere, Hugh, that the judge described your case as being, quote, a knockout blow by the law.
I would not even pay that much mind, because the judge proceeded on the wrong premise. This is not a time issue. There is no time issue in this case. Mr. Buchanan applied within the 14 days that the law said he's to apply to have the election voided, which he did. And as soon as the Constitutional Authority refused to send the matter to the election court, within days, I think 9 days, he applied for judicial review, which the law says must be done quickly, and it was well within time. So there could be no time issue that the judge spoke. I don't know what the judge was focusing on when she said that, but there's no time issue in this case. You can't mix up this election petition. This is not an election petition case. This is a new regime set up to rectify elections when they are conducted in violation of the Representation of the People's Act.
Has this battle, Mr. Wildman, become, just from your personal observation, is this personal for Mr. Buchanan? this case? Is this very personal?
I think it's just strictly a legal situation. Obviously, if he feels that he's wrong, that he wants to get it right, and that's what he's seeking to vindicate his right. So you can't blame a candidate for doing that.
That's right.
Anybody who feels that they have been aggrieved by the action of, the other side in the conduct of the election have a right to do what the candidate do.
Obviously, not to mention as well, Hugh, I think this case will be significant for you and your legacy, because if you win, there's gonna be a place for you in the history books.
Well, we just have to do what we have to do, because if you are contested the election, and all of these things occur against you, where people take over the polling station, mass men, your agents have to run from the polling station, people are double voting, people are doing all these things. And then when the ballot boxes are to be transported to the counting center, the law said that it must be accompanied by your agent. That was not done. In the election of when it was done in 1997, these are the very things that were used to avoid the election.
Oh, my God. Jamaica, we have to leave it there. I want to say thanks to PDTV, Andre Stevens, and Noel, and the entire team at Partner Draw TV for putting on such riveting show, so we can hear exactly what is happening pertaining to this case. This is one case for the record and for the books, and we are going to be paying key attention, and we must support him. So all the labor rights them with them on social media talk about, give up. September 3rd, not teach him a lesson. In coming like the fox and the sour grape. Get the seat in bitter and this and that. You hear what Mr. Wildman said a while ago? In 1997, when Andrew Holness won that seat, these are some of the same discrepancies that took place, and the court ruled in favor and give Andrew the seat. So now that the same thing happened in 2025, I believe that the same rule should apply to him, because he a fall person have been there. So all of the dunce them out there, we are support Andrew Holness and I try to ridicule Mr. Paul Buchanan. I say to the people of this country, let us continue to exercise some faith and continue to pray for the man. And even if our local judiciary not give him what he want, he has the authority to take the matter to the Privy Council of England. We have been here before and we see the result of that. As him so then they do cartel and doing case and drag it out for 14 years in the behind bars. And the one time ISAT got the opportunity to carry it to the Privy Council, see the outcome where Vibes Cartel is today. So let me tell you something, Jamaica. Let us not sleep on this West Central St. Andrew matter concerning the Prime Minister. The question we need to ask now: can a Dr. Christopher Tufton go up against a Mark Jefferson Golding? With all of the atrocities, with Christopher Tufton surround him and leadership of the Labour Party, the question we need to ask ourselves this afternoon, because it's not a matter of if, a when. When the leadership of the Labour Party concerning Andrew come to an halt, because it will be considered null and void based on the evidence that Mr. Wildman brought before the court. This is a case to watch. So Jamaica, let us ask whoever is going to succeed Andrew as leader for him party. Can a Christopher Tufton, can a Horace Chang, or whoever else them have over there, can they, because me not see none of every one of them over there rotten, along with Andrew Holness, can individuals who are rotten to the core, be put to challenge a man of integrity in the name of Mark Jefferson Golding? Huh? Floyd Green? Floyd Green? Jamaica, this is another one to watch. 25 minutes to the hour of 1 o'clock. Let me remind you that I have to get out of here by 1 o'clock. So I have one more matter I want to bring to the forefront before we wrap up here for today. And let me use the opportunity. Yes, 470 odd people here. This is a record for us this morning on the Drebrian Show. It's been a very long while. We haven't gotten these numbers. It means that we are doing something right. And so, Jamaica, here is a testament as to why these programs must be able to rewatch. It was a beautiful program so far, and I'm counting on everybody tomorrow to come through for me, to help me raise my target, to achieve that laptop that I need, to stream my program on YouTube so we can run the program concurrently and simultaneously on TikTok and YouTube. So tomorrow, I want someone to come through for me with $5, $10, $20. And if God bless you, can donate a 50 or 100. The quicker we reach the target, the better. So may I ask everybody to come through for me tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. It's going to be a very special throw. All right? Now, Jamaica, my final hot topic for this. Of course, we have to look on what is happening between Washington and Kingston. Because, Jamaica, I cannot understand how on God's earth, big up yourself, Audine Henry, big up yourself, Sanaya Crook, big up yourself every time. Dion Paul said JLP must be abolished. I would like it to be no more. Big up yourself, Dion. Mr. Struggle Martin, big up yourself, sir. I see you locked in. Big up yourself, Struggle. You know, Struggle is the man that sing our party anthem. Big up yourself, Mr. Struggle Martin. Good afternoon, Empress Madge, locked in from St. Bart. Big up yourself, my brother Xavier Gonaz. Big up yourself. All right, Davian. Up me something, of course, man. All right, anytime. Now, Jamaica, my final hot topic for the afternoon is, of course, between Washington and Kingston. And I'm going to tell you why. How on God's earth that 3 top high-ranking government officials, come to the public to explain to us the third country national agreement. And when you look at the 3 individuals, Chang, Diana, and Wells, and the Prime Minister, yes, all of them are sport doctor back of their name. Dr. Chang, Dr. Andrew Holness, and Dr. Dana Morris Dixon. Yeah? All of them. And the accused up to now, who was accused? I shouldn't even say accused, because the United States Embassy came out clear and said the member for Northeast Manchester, Audrey Mark, go up, they go put proposal to them. All 3 of them bearing doctor behind them name come out, come speak on the matter, except the culprit. Jamaica, ask yourself, what is it that the Labour Party continue to hide from the country? Because if the individual who went to Washington to make such proposals are numb and mute on the matter, how on God's earth Changa, Andrew, and Diana go come tell we otherwise when the U.S. Embassy put it out there categorically? I remember say, when you look on Kingston and Washington, how this a government conduct its affair, I am quicker to believe Washington than the Andrew Holness-led administration. I'm going to tell you why. Good afternoon, truth of the government. I wish you were here earlier to hear the demise of your prime minister and his constituency. But anyhow, and up here, you know, man, you're welcome here as a Labourite anytime. You're one of the respectful few Labourites I know. But anyway, Jamaica people, the three of them were sport doctor behind them name, Dr. Chang, Dr. Dana, Morris Dixon, and Dr. Andrew Holness. All three of them come explain to the nation, and not one out of the three of them makes sense. None out of the three with the doctoral degree behind their name seem to get to the point of telling the Jamaican people what kind of agreement them signed between Washington and Kingston. Huh? Jamaica. Up to now, Audrey Mark have not come out to clear her name, and as she are the accused, you know. So Andrew come out, come speak for Audrey Mark. Diana come speak and defend Audrey Mark, and Horace Chang turn up in the parliament and tell me one heap of cock and bull story. Yeah? And speak for Audrey Mark. Up to now, she will go up there, we go propose the deal, not chat, you know. And who they are whenever up there and speak on the behalf of her. Something is hiding. Something is hiding, my Jamaican people. And I tell you what. First, they come out and tell we say, oh, visa were being threatened. And that confuse the propagandists come out first, come and try spin the narrative, you know. Yes, man, they send out them propagandists cliff. They can try to explain it, say, oh, visas were being threatened. And whilst then do. Yeah? First, the argument was, oh, it's the lies, misinformation. Eh? So then couldn't get away with the first lie where then come tell, you know, come talk about visa this and visa was being threatened. So then come out, come tell we another cackle story, say a misinformation. When that no work, then come out, come tell we about we had no agreement to bring 10,000 people to the country. It's 25 people. And how we have a memorandum of understanding. So at 3 times now, then come out and I tell you a different story, you know. The first one, then send Cliff come spin, come say, oh, visas were threatened. When that no work, then try to come change the reason why, you know, and come tell we about, oh, it's a misinformation, and blah, 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 we're conflating 2 different issues. When that never work, then come say, oh, we never have no agreement, you know, 10,000 people come here, it's only 25. And that didn't work. That didn't work either, you know, Jamaica. So, them say Audrey Mark. Yeah? We mixing up the 2. Yeah? Audrey Mark went to United States on a different matter. The last thing we hear, oh, United States is our friend, and we are just helping out our friend. About 5 different cock and bull stories then come tell we, you know. It shows you that the government is hiding something major from its people. And so, Jamaica, I don't know how much more clarity I could bring to the issue, but Jamaicans are not idiots. Emily Crooks would have explained it. Yeah? Emily Crooks would have explained it, Jamaica. And when I listen to Emily Crooks, who would have done an excellent job explaining that matter, we have some more individuals that come out and speak more, Jamaica. And let me tell you something, this has now become an international matter that the Prime Minister of Jamaica is running from. So in case you forget it, Jamaica, I am going to allow you to listen to Emily Crooks Shields once again, and then we are going to play another clip explaining it all, and you are going to differentiate between the two Jamaica and come to one conclusion, that the Jamaica Labour Party is not telling us the truth. So Jamaica, let us listen to Emily Crooks once again on this matter. Listen to this.
There was a time during the Man at Phelps and Phillips Commission of Inquiry when information came out about these secret MOUs that Dr. Phillips signed with the United States government. There was a difference with them because nobody in the cabinet, we understand, knew about those MOUs. And so the issue of collective responsibility and cabinet secrecy, all of those things were being undermined. But perhaps he could say, perhaps he could, even though it's not a good argument, is that it is about national security matters. But so ferocious was the debate about these clandestine MOUs signed by Dr. Peter Phillips, and the political haranguing was great, and rightly so. So how on earth this administration believes it could go ahead and sign an MOU over 1 week or so before any information came to us, and have the effrontery to have us try to understand exactly what they signed is beyond me. But you know, I don't understand it. Dr. Chan, you don't seem to understand it either, because nothing you say to me is clear on exactly what is to happen. And we shouldn't have to feel in the dark. On top of that, don't come and tell us that there's no coercion, because we know that there's no diplomacy in the corridors, in the halls of power anymore. We are fully aware. We are fully aware that what we're dealing with are not negotiations, but dictates. And we know that we don't have the power. The power differentials are unequal. So what you probably need to do is speak with us in coded language, and we will better understand, instead of taking us for idiots, because we are not. And it doesn't help that other Caribbean territories have these so-called TCNs. You need to read the room. You need to learn from history. You need to know when to speak with us and get ahead of the news. So what is happening now, to my mind, is not acceptable in how the matter has been handled. And even though we don't understand, you're telling us that these individuals are not deportees, but are they free people in the United States? Are they buying a ticket to come here? Or are they to be transported in the custody of representatives to get here? And if they are not, we are not into the euphemism. You need to talk straight. And if you cannot talk straight, get somebody who can talk straight and level with us. This administration, you need to watch yourself. There's a time when the thing goes to water bottom and it's going to drop out. There cannot be so many mistakes in 1 week, or 1 week behind the next. When David Cameron came here and promised a prison, it was rejected forcefully in the Parliament of Jamaica by the then opposition leader Andrew Holness, and I agreed with it. Chiefly because of the historical relic, because of our relationship with the UK, and the issues concerning slavery, which is a bit different from the United States. But exactly because of that, and exactly because of the secret MOU, you come to us early and explain and distinguish. You don't hold a speech until some biennial conference. My granny would have said, don't make people spit on the ground and it dry up before Dr. Wheatley resigned later. And give us full explanation about this so-called MOU. Because up to now, I don't get it. And I read things in light. I don't read in the dark. That's all the time we have.
I read things in the light. I don't read things in the dark. But Jamaica, listen me good before I wrap up the program with my last pointer. It is the fact, that the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Holness-led administration, would have signed that MOU 1 week before it came to light. And the nasty, dirty Prime Minister went on Cliff Hughes and got tell Cliff Hughes and the nation, said the United States misinterpret Audrey Mark. But yet still they would have already signed the MOU 1 week before Audrey Mark. Because sit down up there, open up our crutches. Jamaica. Me sorry for the Labour Party, you know, me telling you so, no shall know nothing near peace in the third term, yeah. I don't know, believe me. Jamaica, I don't know, hear nothing yet. I want you, Jamaica, to listen carefully. Yeah? Another individual breaking down this MOU agreement between Washington and Kingston. Jamaica, you know, I go open wide. Listen to this as we bring the program to a close. Listen carefully. Listen carefully, my people.
So I personally think that this government has completely lost the plot. Can you imagine for just a second that the government of Jamaica has agreed to receive people deported from the United States? Not Jamaicans, people from entirely different countries, only to be told by the National Security Minister, Horace Chang, when asked about a Gleaner article on the proposed third country national agreement.
The report is false. There is no intention to bring 10,000 Indians into the United States.
Then, just 24 hours later, the story shifted. In a statement, the National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, acknowledged that the reports were based on a real agreement, but disputed one key claim, the number. He insists that Jamaica has not agreed to accept 10,000 third country national, but within hours, the narrative shifted again. Speaking to reporters at the post-cabinet press briefing on Wednesday, June 17, Chang confirmed that the United States had approached Jamaica as part of its efforts to manage its growing migration crisis. He said the proposal was considered by the cabinet and the government, led by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, agreed to participate in the agreement.
The TCL is an American request. They have done so with several allies across the region and throughout the world. So it's their challenge, so they're trying to resolve in a human way. They are friends and they're seeking assistance to resolve the problem.
It's either this man is dense, a figurehead, or a damn liar. And just when you thought that the story was done, yet another revelation. A diplomatic document from the United States Embassy appears to tell a very different story. Former Jamaican ambassador to Washington and current cabinet minister Audrey Marks proposed an agreement that would have Jamaica receive up to 10,000 third country national during a discussion with the U.S. official in Miami earlier this year.
Now, there's a conflation of that with a discussion that would also happen with Minister Marks in relation to exploring skilled laborers coming to Jamaica.
Now, it's important to note, she's not the Minister of National Security and she is not the Minister of Foreign Affairs. She was the Minister of Efficiency, Innovation and Digital Transformation. And the government of Jamaica had said publicly, repeatedly, that the Americans were the ones who came to them.
The TCL is an American request.
We have a name for those type of people. The minister also said that the foreigners are not criminal.
Have no agreement, no understanding, and there are no discussions to accept convicts from the United States. In fact, anyone coming from the United States is reviewed by the NIB before I indicate that they can land in the country.
But in a video recently surfaced, Marco Rubio said this.
We are actively searching for other countries to take people from third countries.
So we are active, not just El Salvador. We are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that. The president was elected to keep America safe and to get rid of a bunch of perverts and pedophiles and child rapists out of our country.
So I feel country, you want them come, not a backside.
So we have a long-standing inability, incapability of providing what is deemed acceptable and reasonable condition for the detention of persons in Jamaica. Why are we seeking to compound our problem?
They are free to move around. They are here in a transitional mode, like in transit to the back to their home state. And we expect them to be out.
While they are here, they are, as I said, they are in transit, they are free to move around. They're under some support from the international organization for immigration, but it's not a detention in any way.
We have so many issues here in this country that is yet to be resolved. And you want to compound this problem by having 10,000 other people into this confusion? What exactly am I missing here? People, I would love to know what your thoughts are, so please let me know in the comment section. And of course, thanks again for watching. Please, by all means, support the video by liking it, sharing it, and if you have not done so as yet, subscribe to the channel. Jamaica people, me come across the clip on YouTube and I say, no, this is newsworthy to the people and my listeners to hear. We are in serious, serious trouble. Knee deep. Kingston and Washington have made an arrangement through the Andrew Holness government, and the people of this country, was left in the dark. And these are the men and women you guys put in the cabinet to represent you and I. But how can we expect any better? Tomorrow, Friday, tomorrow make 1 full week and odd since Andrew Wheatley, was reported to be charged, and up to now the DPP cannot put out the charges despite the IC's recommendation. 1 week and odd, and Andrew Holness have the criminals still serving in the cabinet. And you know, sister, we country turn one piece of prekey. Huh? And you know, realize that we country turn one piece of prekey. Can you imagine? Good afternoon, my dear. You running a match?
Sure.
Make we go for one now, quick and fast. Jamaica people, what a way to end the program. Let us blaze a match together. Please and thanks, everybody. Let's show some love and some support as, you know, we get into the groove for tomorrow. So show me some love, show me some support. You know what to do. Use up the double, people. If you don't have any gift, just tap up the screen. That will work. If you don't have any gift, just tap up the screen. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
the Melissa. People asleep on that day. Some asleep on floor. Andrew, you come from Jamaica.
Thank you,
And you don't like the people. You make the country a suffer now. Andrew, you don't remember when you say a Spanish town you're from.
Thank you.
You say your man and go. Why you say we are?
Pull up. Thank you, guys. Lose up the double. Use up the double.
This is another crazy J. Hey Andrew,
Use up the double. Thank you, guys.
time for you go now.
Thank you.
Jamaica people them not like you.
That is it. Thank
Worst
you.
thing them can't trust you. Look how you sell out the Cuban.
Thank you, buddy Indian.
And accept American.
Thank you, Sparky.
And you know say they not like we.
Money pull up. Money pull up. Money pull up. Thank you, Frankie.
This is another crazy J.
God bless you guys. Thank you.
Hey Andrew, a full time for you go now. Jamaica people them not like you.
None at all.
Worst thing them can't trust you. Look how you sell out the Cuban and accept American. And you know say they not like we. And from morning them a fight we. Andrew, look what you do now.
Thank you, guys.
I worship you make come down.
Thank you.
And you know we can fight. Andrew, you tell we are.
Thank you, Sir Chief.
Andrew, Andrew go fix up the road them. The hospital them need doctor. The whole of Jamaica fracture.
My God.
From we get the Melissa. People asleep on that day. Some asleep on floor.
Guys, this a date before this, Anna, you know. My friend. And this is called date before this, Anna, you know. What
like even little tops.
not even not tops. They not give me friend. I saw it go. Your day I go come. You hear me have to run. I just want quick one me I play. All right.
Alright, big up yourself.
Every time, darling. Every time. Jamaica, I want to say thanks to all those who participated in that match. And I just want to get into the groove for tomorrow. This is what tomorrow will all be about. So may I ask you, know, those of you having a little bank account, me now make you go broke the bank. Just put aside one little $10 for Drebrian. I would have done an amazing job. I'm known to love and appreciate the work. So tomorrow is for the greater good. We are trying to expand ourselves. If me can do it on TikTok, me know me can do it on YouTube. So me I ask you know, same like oh no, build me on TikTok, come show me the support on YouTube. So tomorrow I have a target. I want to raise at least $800. It is to go towards my laptop. I'm buying an Apple. It's a MacBook, and it will have all the features to have a successful live broadcast on YouTube. So may I ask everybody come through with the pledge them. I will provide the bank account, the Zelle, the Cash App. When I close the program, you guys can go on my bio, my page, and you can see the Zelle information, the Cash App, and just get used to it. And then once you send me the Zelle or the Cash App, just take a screenshot and send it to me DM and let me know that you would have done so. But tomorrow, I will have a little difference on this platform. It's for a worthy cause. I've been advertising it for weeks now, and tomorrow is the big day. Thank you, Beauty Carla. Yeah, man. Just DM me for those persons who want to use Western Union or MoneyGram. Just send me a DM and indicate, say, Dre, I want to bless you with such, and I will send you my information to bless me via MoneyGram or Western Union. All right? I know a lot of persons are saying that, oh, TikTok, I go take out 1%. So if me send you $10, you only I go get 8 out. You know, so I understand. So for those persons who want to see, but then again, sending it Western Union or MoneyGram, they still a charge fee. You see how they're wicked? People money, you know, you send your money and you have to pay if you send your money. So I just saw it go still. Everybody have to eat a food. But I want to show more love and support for tomorrow. It is for a worthy cause, Jamaica. I don't mind them because when I hear people go, oh, you can't beg in. Or when last time you see me come beg? Anytime my followers see me come over here and I ask for something, them know say I'm coming from a good place and it is genuine. Because I am not going to come on social media and ask you for your bread and know say me have a bread in a me bread pan. Me not do it. People too wicked and then too terrible. So me I come tomorrow, come ask, and I think I am entitled to ask because me now go thief and me now go broke the bank. The Bible says if you ask and it shall be granted unto you. And I am asking. Me now go thief and you say because me now have no 28 bank account like Andrew and the Labour Right Party. Me I come ask honestly. Jamaica, it was my utmost pleasure being here, doing what I love. I have to make a run now, but I appreciate each and every one of you who were here. So tomorrow, Jamaica, 10 a.m., I will be starting the show. I'm looking forward for the love and the support. It was my pleasure being here. Thank you guys for the love and the support. Let us continue to look out one for another. Let us continue to champion the message of the People's National Party. The word is love, and see you guys tomorrow where we'll do it all over again. Blessings, everybody. Take care and see you guys tomorrow. Blessings every time.